Wow. It's not working well for me on this end. I clicked like 50 times to get that to go away. Thomas, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday to you. Friday
Which
Eve.
Friday Eve.
Still your line. Apologize.
How does it feel to say Happy Friday Eve as a approaching grandpa?
Well, here in the twilight of my life, I've come to think of a couple things. I'm feeling older. I mean, I've noticed obviously I've got, this happened, and this
Some salt and pepper. Yeah.
when I started it was more salt than some pepper, and now it's like salt.
It's fair.
So
I've got to be honest. I tuned in to your stream today right after the announcement, so I caught a tidbit of it. I thought you all were having another child yourselves. I went there.
no,
One more.
Try a little bit. No,
They're
no,
losing
no.
some to college. Some
Oh
are
my
getting
goodness.
close. They're gonna start over. Holy cow! And then someone I saw it said, "Grandpa, all right." I'm like, oh, okay, that actually makes more sense.
Just a little 10-year break in the kids' ages. I mean, I know other families have done it, and
Yeah.
I actually got some friends that surprise, we have another.
Yes.
Yeah, that's that is not the case. I would say, fortunately, I don't think it's possible, noting all the factors in place. But it is super excited. Mrs. RA was actually mortified. So when I was like ecstatic and happy, she's like, no, but it wasn't for what you think. It wasn't like, oh, I don't want to be a grandma, I'm not that old. She came in a complete surprise to me, and she's like, turn the mic off to tell me something, and she broke the news to me, and I just assumed they wanted me to do it on the air.
Right.
And she's like, no, it's not public, type thing.
Oh, but now it's like
She's like,
2,000 some odd people.
oh no. And I've got family on the other, and my family that haven't been told, that don't know, that are out there. And I mean, Ven was there, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna be an aunt, I guess. So, yeah, to grandma. So I guess.
Okay.
But I was right that they did want my reaction on stream. So I guessed right. But,
okay, cool.
At the same time, I was ecstatic and in tears. Mrs. RA was also in tears, like, no, he ruined everything. So I'm glad it ended well.
There's no take backs on that one.
No, you can't just delete the live stream and call it good. But no, it's I know I've got a few months actually before I become a grandpa, and then you've got nearly 2 years before they call you it. So it feels like I've got some time to ease into the transition a little bit, but I'm excited. I really am.
I don't feel like there's any easing. I feel like you're not a grandpa, and then bam, you're a grandpa. And then all of a sudden,
they wake
up,
boy, a walker with tennis balls on the end. And it's like, I guess this is my life now.
So. I didn't mean that way, but sure.
No, I'm super excited. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, watching kids grow up, and it as a parent, you always the idea is they're going to get older. I'm teaching them how to be adults. They're going to be out on their own. But then when they actually do it, it's like, whoa, this is. First of all, it's right in the feels. It's like they're leaving now, and they won't be back tonight, or hopefully ever. But I mean, you want them to come back and visit, but not
hopefully.
But so yeah, it's something to get used to now that I'm looking in the near future having half my kids gone. I'm like halfway to empty nest.
So. See, that's wild. That's a different feeling. Well, no, maybe it's the same, just on a different regard. So our daughter's 16 years old, just turned 16 on Friday, and but I know things will change, especially from like 15 to 20, right? That's a big change in anyone's life. But she's such a homebody and so laid back, and has no big talk about going away and this and that. And she's grown into such an awesome young woman. She's so much fun that my wife and I are at the point of you want them to grow up and move on and go be yourself and go have a family, do whatever you got to do. Go be an adult, go live life.
Become their dream, chase their dreams, achieve all that.
Yes. But my wife and I are, behind closed doors of like, I hope she wants to live at home till she's 25 because she's so much fun. The three of us together, we're a smaller family, and so we just have a lot of fun and we enjoy it. And so we're at that point of like, if she stays a little longer than 18, it's okay. It's okay.
So last night, it's getting close to 1:00 in the morning, and I'm sitting up in my jammies in the front room in the dark, waiting for my two oldest kids to come home, who had not planned anything. Okay, it's like they were supposed to be home by like 8:30, and it's nearly 1:00 in the morning. I'm like,
do they have cell phones, or are they like Mrs. RA?
Oh yeah,
okay.
But, they're like Mrs. RA, don't answer. It's an item of convenience. I'm having fun right now. I'm not going to answer my phone. It'll interrupt what I'm doing. And so they're out playing games with friends and stuff. And finally, I got a message. I'm like, I got a message to them. I said, "Where are you?" Like 10 minutes later, they're like, "We're on our way." So at that moment, I'm thinking, I can't wait for them. When you're an adult and you're making your choices on your own, your car, your gas, your insurance, all that, that'll be good. But
for the moment, yeah. Do you have this has come up in chat before? I think during a trial, and I watched chat and they were somewhat split on it. But do you have either the app or similar to the Life 360 where you can see their location?
I don't. All I have is Apple AirTags, which I try to hide in people's belongings and assume.
So that's not far off from the.
It's more stalkerish than cooperative. So the downside of the Apple AirTag is it starts beeping when it's away from me for too long.
True. So you can see where they are and if they're at the side of town where the inappropriate businesses at that time of night are held, or if they're
I don't think we have any of those, and we're a mile and a half or an hour and a half from anything here.
So
that way, but for safety reasons, it's nice to know. At least they're moving. They're not crashed somewhere on the road.
Right. We have the same thing. The three of us share it and have it, and then we just have one rule. During holiday season, I will go tell Mrs. Weatherwatch, okay, I'm going to run some errands today, so I'm shutting off my location.
Right.
I will call you in a couple hours and let you know everything's fine and I'm good. But I don't want her to be able to see like, oh, he's at Zales.
Sure. And it's like, oh, that's what I'm getting.
Exactly.
See, we have for the past 3 years, we have been exclusively online shoppers for Christmas.
Really?
Yeah. And because my kids don't have any devices that can access our Amazon account. So we can like put stuff in our shopping cart and everything. And she's got her iPad and I've got my phone and laptop, and we build the shopping list. And it's almost all Amazon. I know that's probably not the best thing for local businesses, but we build the shopping list and then we like click order. It's like all at once. And it's the Amazon delivery day is what it is. And it usually ends up being like over 3 days because nothing ever comes on time when there's that many packages.
Right.
And then we just have one big rush to quick hide it before, the kids.
They all see what's going on. So the Amazon guy loves it because he unloads half his truck at one stop.
I always thought they're like, I'm sorry I'm making you come out here and haul all these packages. But yeah, that's got to be like, hey, my day is done.
I'm going home early because everything's going to the McIntyres.
It's all this baby stuff. Oh, that's cool. I hadn't thought of that. I've always, like, literally till this moment, I thought they hated me. And they're like, more packages, but no, that is consolidation of effort for them.
Yeah, when you do orders that big. Now, so the other side of that coin is ours. I thought hated us because my wife did get 1 or 2 packages every single day, right? But I got to know him. I had one guy, he rides motorcycles similar to mine. I know the year, make, and model of what he has and where he rides and how he does it and when he can. They're awesome. They'll stop. One guy, my smoker is still in the front, which wife really wants it in the back, but I enjoy having it. I pull it out of the garage, put it out front so I can see the neighbors and wave while I make food. But another one was coming up and the burgers were about done. So I flipped him a burger and off he went. But they stop and they hang out if I'm outside for 5-10 minutes. There's no rush to run away and leave. And So
So
they've
if
kind of
anyone
become
else on
like
your street has late packages, it's Thomas.
anyone on the west side of our street, if they're delayed, sorry, they're hanging out up here for a little bit. But they're great folks, and there's multiple. I didn't realize that. We might get 3 deliveries a day from Amazon delivery people.
Do they all get along with each other? Like if FedEx shows up the same time as UPS, is it like a standoff in the street? It's like
I-
who's going to get the good parking spot? Or
I haven't seen it, but now I'm gonna ask. That'd be a fun question. Like, do you guys have beef? Do you have street beef? Or they're like, I'm glad they exist. Otherwise, we would be responsible for delivering all these. I'd be out here till midnight. So,
I imagine they probably have like a good natured sort of ribbon. So it's like, hey, to the UPS guy, nice uniform. It's like all brown, right?
yeah, right.
Are you allowed to turn right yet? Or turn left yet? It's just there's rules that they try to optimize things, but
Yeah. And FedEx in our area, they're low on vehicles. So they have budget rental vans, and they slap a magnet FedEx logo on the side of it. So I'm sure UPS is, hey, sweet van. It's a rental, huh? Did you get the insurance coverage for it or something like that?
nice stickers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I've sort of been eyeing because Amazon with the vans, I think they have the electric vans with like the roll up doors on the back, but it's like a Sprinter van size. I don't
Correct.
know who makes them. Like I'm pretty sure
I don't
Amazon
either.
like made them.
Made them.
Amazon is making cars now. We just didn't know it.
Yeah.
I've got to think, those have got to hit the secondhand market soon. So some have to be like, you get one wrecked and needs a repair or something. I'm curious because that would be perfect as a mobile studio.
Oh, good.
The fact that they're electric and I'd have to find a way to charge it. And I'm pretty sure it's proprietary and can only be charged in an Amazon parking lot or something. But there are plenty of Amazons around and I could probably blend in really easy.
And you could probably order an adapter from Amazon that would fit that to go to.
Are they Rivians? Rivian makes them?
No.
Or,
Do
no,
they really?
I think
They can.
it has a Rivian. And I know Rivians are amazing vehicles.
Oh, yeah, she's on it.
Rivian had to deal with Amazon.
Oh,
Rivians are like,
we know you're a fan. Yes,
nice.
because you have family that has one.
Mm-hmm. Rivian Motors
is what Amazon uses. I'll be dang.
Where do all the used ones go? Can somebody chase that down for me?
Probably in the graveyard, because when the batteries are dead and exploding, there's no bringing it back. So they just
fix it up. You can replace aftermarket, a bunch of energizers all welded together.
Yeah, Camilla says she has a Rivian, so she knew about that. So that's firsthand knowledge.
Wow. Okay, there we go. So now I'm even more impressed. So Sprinter van, you got competition
from the Rivian van. I wonder what their mileage is like. It's got to be great to be delivering.
I'm thinking like the odometer's got to be like 600,000 before they turn it over because they're driving nonstop. It's just, I mean, they stop for like 15 minutes a day, and that's just a charge, and then they're out again.
Oh, here you go, Rivian Fleet. Their main picture, just starting at 79.9. So for 80,000, there's the van. You're right. It's like it's a mix between like a Volkswagen Beetle and a Sprinter van. At least the one on their picture here.
Used price or the new?
No, new. Starting at 80,000 for a new one.
I was going to say that's like right up there with a Sprinter van. In the same ballpark, depending on your options and everything else. But
wow, the cockpit looks great.
Do they self-drive? So I guess that's the next court case.
Just hit the Google. It's got a comfortable driver's seat, it says. A large center display, wireless charging pads, and it stops there. It's got to. It has a seat belt. They show that feature. You've got a delivery 500 and a delivery.
You must wear
a delivery 500, which starts at 80 grand, and then a delivery 700, which starts at 84 grand. It's just one's shorter, one's longer. But they weigh the same. That's
add it to the bucket list.
Range is 160 miles. That doesn't seem like that much.
That's not very high.
No.
I was hoping for like 250 to 300 would be more practical, I think.
Oh, here we go. Halfway through their site, they've got a little clip that just goes just on replay, helping Amazon electrify at scale. And it's all the Amazon vans going through and showing how they're doing their deliveries and their doors. And I'll be
Have you
dang.
have you heard how the Amazon drivers get like graded on their vehicle when they come back in? Like if you've gone to a Sam's Club recently, like my Sam's Club just upgraded, you do like I buy on my phone, so I scan everything with my phone and I just swipe and it pays, so I can just bypass all the check stands. But then you
Yeah.
go out through like a security tunnel, which a big like arch. It's like one of those, it's got those aluminum frames like you'd see at a concert that hold up lights and speakers. I think it's got
Yeah.
one of those, but it's all cameras, like
Right.
from 70 different angles. And you push your cart through, and it can see everything from every angle, like down on the ground, up below, everything. It sees everything, and it just looks to see if you paid for everything. And it's like
Amazon trucks do the same thing, right?
yes, if they get a ding in the door, like a little tiny scratch, it's like, huh, that wasn't there when you left. That's coming out of your paycheck. I don't know how they, deduct points like that, but
The anxiety I would have knowing that I'm under. I mean, what if someone else did it? The little ding in my door, not me, and then they come back and it's my fault. I mean, I don't know.
it's not a ding, a bird. It was a bird that pooped on them.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, now I've got a black mark on my account. Anyway,
Stressful.
we actually came here to do a podcast, and none of these things were on the
Not a single bit of it. No.
which is always good. I saw a couple people commenting about people using Find My app or the built-in trackers on different things. All my kids sort of have different plans on their phones, so it doesn't work with my phone very well. And I'm the only one with an Apple phone. Everyone else has like Android.
Oh, so that changes the game.
Yeah, they don't like to play well together.
I love the Find My devices because I've misplaced my watch and my AirPods because I use them for lawn work or washing my cars or something, and so I'll take them off, set them in the garage, and being able to locate where they are and play a sound and have them start dinging and fall. It's helped me with my AirPods before, for sure. Save my bacon.
When I sent my my live view down to Trail TV Live in Florida, I put an AirTag in it to track the package. And I went down there, and I accidentally made it start beeping while I was at their place. I don't know how they shut it off, or if you can, because it's not like you're like stop beeping now. And they're like, yeah, it's been beeping. I'm like, I'm so sorry, Chris.
Sorry.
My apologies. That was me. But yeah, it's good fun.
We covered a story actually in this podcast. Remember the people that put AirTags in their bags that got lost from an airline, and then they tracked them, ended up in some weird, crazy city somewhere, and it turned out that airport employees were stealing packages, and it led them to a warehouse full of stolen luggage. I think it was like a year ago we covered the story, and
Crazy.
yeah,
Busted by technology, by something the size of a quarter.
yes. I remember being at a friend's house, and it was the first time I had been around an Apple AirTag in person. Same with them, and so naive. We're looking at it and thinking, okay, so how do we charge this? So we're putting it on the Apple Watch charger, because there's no charger port, So we're trying to connect to everything. And so finally we went to Apple and started searching. It's like, no, it just has a battery. It's good for about like 2 years. And then after that, just you're out of luck. You got to buy a new one. We had no idea. We spent an hour trying to figure out how to charge it.
Open them. They twist. It's a watch battery. You can replace it. You just stick it in your hand like it's a pancake. Smash it together and twist, and it pops open. It's just a little flat button battery. You can put a new one in. I've already placed one of mine. And
I'll be dang.
it's brilliant.
We had no idea. We just said it's not rechargeable. And so we went, oh, cool. So in 2 years you got to buy a new one. What a brilliant business plan.
Yeah.
Forcing people to buy your product.
Most of Apple's stuff is. It's like, hey, you got to buy a new one. Sorry, the price went up. But good stuff. Where do we start with things to talk about now that the show's half over?
We're talking technology. Let's jump all the way to the end.
Oh, that would be a great one. Okay.
We had this last week, but we didn't get to it because shockingly, we talked about a whole lot of not relevant things. But this one intrigues me because I worked in one of these fields, and I no longer do. I stay in touch with Well, they're friends. They're former colleagues, but they're still friends. And I've seen the effects firsthand from them. They've told me. And it's this one is, are there any AI safe jobs left? And Microsoft has put out some data to show what AI has been doing to the workforce and where. Um, and we've all seen it, especially with automation and factories and things like that, but it's taking over other sectors. And what's wild is top 10 jobs facing the highest AI disruption. Number one on the list, usually we go from 10 to 1, but number one on the list, interpreters and translators. That's the industry I just left after a decade.
Basically, when the court reporter, the court guy comes in and says, "Hey, do we have to speak Bengali, whatever?" Oh yeah, Thomas's company. That's
yeah, we've got one. Send them to you. Or employee handbooks, marketing, you name it, anything, contracts. It's there. And they keeping in touch with one of my good friends there. They took a significant hit this very start of this year, and it's continuing to do so to a degree. I understand why. And people asked me probably a couple of years back of, hey, isn't AI going to take over your job and be done? And the answer was yes and no. And the reason for that, the reason why the company's still doing well, they're still profitable, they're still fine, but they've taken a hit, is because when it comes to, say, legal contracts, say you have a 80-page legal contract, which is not rare to have in our industry. AI is not quite good enough when you're trying to do something legally binding to rely on a computer because it still misses things. We ran some tests at the end of last year. We did some AI runs and then sent it to some of our best linguists and said, can you take a look at this? And they said, it's about an 80% grade. I can fix it, but I can only fix it to get it to about 90%.
Right.
Or I can do it myself and I can get it to 100%, kind of pick your poison, however you want it done. So there's still a need for the human aspect of it and that touch. There are cultural differences amongst countries and just even regions in countries speaking the same language, but the dialects can shift and change. AI doesn't quite know that yet, right? AI really only knows what humans put on the internet.
Yeah.
So
well, as smart as we tell it is.
Exactly. So that's kind of where the difference. So that industry will live on for quite a while, but it's definitely taking a hit because you have people that will say, well, I don't need it to be perfect. I need it to be good enough. So I will do it through ChatGPT or whatever else they're going to use at little to no cost versus what it costs you, because our company gets paid. We got to pay a linguist. We got, all that stuff.
So AI is like, it doesn't create new very well. I mean, it makes basically an average. Okay. It comes out with an average answer after looking at everything else. It's like, here's everything. And it can create like a new picture. But it's an average of what everyone else had out there.
Correct.
And so as AI keeps building, it's going to get dumber because it's going to start taking its own creations into consideration.
Absolutely.
So you were just
100%.
denominator, it's going down. Yeah. I was actually thinking about this. One of the jobs on the list was sales representative. I've got a buddy who I've known for years and years, from way back when I was like, there was a time when I was like full bore political, like as enmeshed in politics as you can possibly get. Okay, so more than monthly meetings.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, pickles. But this buddy I met there, and he's in one of these jobs that's on this list. And he's, over the years, I've watched him on LinkedIn, and it's it's sad, but he's like, hey guys, I'm, sad news, but I'm out, I'm on the market again, looking for work. As more and more of his positions just sort of get eliminated and trimmed away as AI is taking a bigger and bigger chunk. And his solution to that was to move higher and higher up the ladder, which has worked for him. So now he's like in the CEO area, but they're like, hey, we're getting rid of this department. And that, that gets away from that. But did we cover the whole list?
No, just we're 2 out of the 10 so far. I'm curious. I'm not well versed in this. Number 2 on the list is historians. How does AI take over that field? Because it's gathered all the data that everyone's already put in there to this point. And so there's nothing, unless there's any brand new development, there's nothing to show and produce. Is that why?
It's Google. It's like, tell me what
Right.
happened. And it's like, oh, here's everything. And AI is fabulous at putting data together and condensing it down and telling you what it is.
Yeah.
But passenger attendance, I'm not sure even what that is. History done been written. Thank you, Kaylee, for that one. I'm not sure what
Yeah.
a passenger attendant is. Writers and authors, I disagree with that one. And we talked off air beforehand
Oh man.
about a friend of yours. I think
Yeah.
there's still plenty of space for people to create people to create something new and intriguing and fascinating and that AI just can't compete with yet. And hope it never can.
It can't create something that doesn't exist. It's already has to exist for it to compile it and produce it. So you can get an individual that can think and imagine something that hasn't been out there yet, or modify something that kind of is and tweak it. And AI actually can do some modification. But yeah, no, I just read a book this week. First time since high school that I read a half of a book, maybe. I think that was just
It's a big book, right?
It was a big book, and I couldn't put it down. Couldn't put it down. I finished it 10 minutes before sound check of the show, actually.
I don't think AI could have captivated your attention like that book did.
No, I agree. I fully agree. You can't. And, it's funny too. Suno, you've created some songs through
Yeah.
Suno. You've played on the channel. And for those that have,
that's how the songs go. Cheap, quick, and dirty.
yeah. And there's a few more apps out there that do the same exact thing. They come on my Facebook feed, and there's little previews of it, and I'll just do it. They use the same voices. They all shared the same information, the same voice, the same everything. So the creativity is not there because they're all just sharing. But
Yeah.
it's interesting. We've got telephone operators.
Mhm.
We know that firsthand because you get spam calls from Mary.
Yes.
An AI generated voice, or she's a scripted AI voice that does the same thing over and over.
Let me talk about number 6 for a minute. Customer service representatives. I had 2 experiences today where I actually ended up liking AI for customer service. 2 companies. First, Lumia Stream, which is the one that manages the seats and the commands and the sound effects for the channel. Lumia Stream is all week. It's just been giving me fits. It runs for 2 minutes and it crashes. Runs for 2 minutes and it crashes. And it's a pain in the butt to restart and takes time and everything. And so I reach out to them on their help thing about noon today. Okay, just before lunch, I reach out to them on their help thing, and I click the little icon to chat with tech support, and it says, "Hi, you've reached us outside of business hours. We'll be back first thing on Monday." It's like it is Thursday at 11:10, and our entire support staff is gone until Monday, which is a holiday, I believe.
Yeah,
So
Labor Day.
back then, and it's like seriously, this is the best you got. And so I obviously no resolution there. And then Starlink, I had to change my when I'm not using my Starlink, I put it in what they call pause mode, so I don't pay anything.
You don't pay for it, yeah.
And they sent me an email, said we've updated the pause mode, so now it costs $5 a month.
Oh,
That'd be great, thanks. I'm not using it, so now you're going to charge me. But it actually gives you unlimited slow data for $5 a month, and then it saves your place. So in case the workload gets too high in the area, you still get first dibs
priority.
Turn back on. So it's all good. And so I changed to that. I said $5 a month, that's worth it for me. But before I did that, I still had questions, and I started asking questions like, "Hey, talk to a support representative." And I type it in. I'm big long question. I wrote a book of like, here's my concerns about what this and what will happen. And it summarized my answer and replied. I'm like, I'm talking to a robot.
Yeah.
Nailed it. It knew exactly what I was talking about. It saw my concern and said, here's the answer. Here's why. I'm like, well, what about this? And it's like, well, this. And 3 times. And it followed the conversation all the way along, answered every question. I screenshotted the answers in case they were, go roll back on what the robot said. I'm like, You told me. But I'm like, AI figured it out on that one for customer support representatives. So
I will say it's useful. It's definitely it's useful in a lot of areas. I know a lot of people where I think it hurts students because it's an easy way out of doing certain things and learning. It's like Cliff Notes, right? It's just a new era of Cliff Notes that you can just pull up and get something done. But someone someone in here said something they've used Chat GPT a lot for helping them design their landscape around their house, stuff like that. That's awesome. What a cool tool. That usually, if you were to hire someone to do that, it's a ton of money. Now, a couple search words and in there and get it done, and you've got some great ideas. I mean, I think they're just like a lot of things that become new. There's good and bad to them both. So I don't know.
I did see number 10. Number 10 strikes a little too close to home.
Indeed.
It says broadcast announcers and radio DJs, which I'm not, but I'm close to it. I don't know how you would replace sports play-by-play with AI. I just don't think it would be there. The personality that's needed, the snappy response.
The color commentator, no way, not happening. Especially the good ones. I mean, they're so great. They make the sport when you're watching it on TV if they're good at what they're doing. That's just.
Can you imagine Siri like reading the script for the play-by-play?
He made such a good play. It was so impressive. Now the next batter is up.
Yeah, it's fact. It's just even with as much personality as they can inject. So I hope that doesn't happen. There's also a list on here at the bottom. Those of you who have the least to fear from AI.
Yes.
Phlebotomists, which I like. If a robot's going to come at me and try to steal my blood, at that point, it's pretty much fight back. It's kill or be killed. I'm not. This is
game on, Sonny. We're going to war.
One of us. Phlebotomists, nursing assistants, hazardous materials removal workers, and that one I was actually surprised at.
I feel like they need to put some more funding into R&D for that one to take care of human life.
Like a shoe-in for a robot. Like
you have a hostage situation and you put a robot in there. Well, let's figure out how to get a robot into a hazardous material removal.
Clean up a little bit of uranium or whatever.
Yeah.
Helpers, painters, plasterers, etc. That's me on the weekends, by the way.
Garage door installers.
Embalmers. Is it on there?
No.
Okay. Fun story there as well. Embalmers. I think as long as we're still embalming people, yeah, I can see that. But if everyone goes to cremation, that could be robotic, which is scary. Just because robots are shoveling us in, one after another.
True.
And you get the whole Monty Python. I'm not dead yet. Well,
and they can't hear you.
Plant and system operators,
which I feel like is already taking full. There's so many robotics happening in plants that, I mean, I know those are automated machines. They're not AI, but I always kind of put them together, but I could be off.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons.
On board.
Okay. Automotive glass installers and repairers. This is like changing out your windshield. Wasn't it put in by a robot pretty much? Like the first one?
Yeah. And Safe Light Repair has these arms and things.
It's nearly a robot that puts it in now.
Exactly.
Maybe they're not quite on these ones. Ship engineers, good. I think we do need people controlling all those things. And tire repairers and changers.
Just repaired my tire this week.
I think that's like pit crew, right? The NASCAR pit crew guys. We're not having robots doing that anytime soon.
Or residential. I had a nail in my tire this week and I plugged it, yanked it out, did the old plug kit and got it done. There was no robot there to help me.
So if your job is on the first list, we're sorry. If your job is on the second, congratulations. You have nothing to fear.
Yeah.
But I've seen a couple in chat as well. Being a mother, you're safe.
That's a great one.
You're 100% safe. Let's see if there's anything else on here. Surgeon, we've got that's EDB husband, the oral maxillary surgeon. Pilots.
They have fly themselves already.
They've got autopilot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, look at what drones can do, right? A drone nowadays, when you buy a drone, it used to be you had to take off and stabilize and fly and everything. Now you push a button and it powers up, takes off to the flight you want, and it's like, okay, now which way do you want it to go? So I think pilots are.
Yeah, I can, on my drone, I can set points on where I want it to fly and just hit the button and it'll take off and it'll go fly all those little points. And I don't have to touch anything. And it will come back and land itself by my feet. while recording video and all that. I mean, it's crazy. But I would say right now, takeoff and landing, that's human. Navigating through severe weather systems during flight, that's human. So there's still an element of why there's a person's needed in the cockpit.
Lynn Taylor says, "Pull my weeds in my garden." The small landscaping, yes, but on a large scale where everything is I forgot the word. It's set up to be so precise. So precision farming is what that is. They literally have laser guided weeding systems that will shoot lasers. The cameras can detect if it's a weed or a seed, if it's supposed to be there or not, and it will shoot lasers and burn the bad weed and leave the good ones. So we do have some robots doing that, and most of the big farming tractors as well are more machine than man
and human. For sure. We did a spray program out at our ranch last year with a crop duster spraying, because mesquite trees we're trying to get rid of, so we have more open feeding pasture, and it did okay. But we're actually looking now at a drone spray program that does all that for you and flies out. It's got all its coordinates and sprays all the mesquites for you and comes back, and it's super efficient. There's less waste. So it's
It can
nuts
run
with
24/7. It can see in the dark if it needs to.
Absolutely. It's wild.
That is crazy. Just got here. My friend bought a Tesla and it delivered itself to his house.
There you go.
That is crazy that's where we are nowadays. My dad just had a knee replacement by a robot. Whoa. That's scary. I mean, it's good, but scary.
Speaking of technology, since somehow that has become tonight's theme, that was not the intention, but we have another article that dives into it. There's a company in Japan, a car company, that's trying to ward off road rage and kind of subdue your anger. And although I think it's probably pretty distracting, I think it's hilarious for anyone that's played, say, Mario Kart or something, where you can be driving down and you can throw a little digital banana peel out at the guy chasing you and he spins out and wrecks. Well, they're kind of doing that. They're creating some imagery that gets displayed amongst your windshield. So let's say you get cut off going down the road and you're upset. You want to give them the bird. You don't physically give them the bird. You can, with the click of a button, throw an emoji or an angry bird at the vehicle in front of you that you're mad at. And it will display across your windshield and it will make a reaction as if it's splattering off the back of the vehicle in front of you that you're mad at. And so you can just have a good time by throwing emojis at vehicles and watching them splatter.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, I mean, right? You're just windshield covered with graphics. You're playing a video game while driving.
Wasn't it BMW who's now got a full display overlay on their cars? They've debuted a new car that has a full screen overlay on the windshield, so they can project stuff anywhere.
I haven't seen that.
Apparently, this game would be
this will be one.
Angry Birds on I-95 is a new version.
Real game. It's the steering wheel has customizable buttons that serve as the trigger, and the system will identify the target through the camera array before launching emojis that appear to explode against the rear of the vehicle that you're targeting. The other thing is too, how close do you have to be to that vehicle to make it really appear real that it's hitting it? Now, are we tailgating?
And wouldn't you launching virtual water balloon after virtual water balloon and have it not take effect on the other driver, just amp up the anger? Trying to teach him a lesson and he's still doing it. Turn signal still on.
He has no idea. I've always been a big proponent of two things. Mm-hmm. Not just a left and right blinker, but having a left and right U-turn blinker. Because there's always, the guy behind you, he's up to turn left and he's right on your tail, but you brake kind of hits you and he almost hits you. Or the car merging onto the same road you're turning just thinks you're turning left next to him, so he pulls out and he has to slam on his brakes because he doesn't realize doing U-turn. So I think U-turn signals would be amazing. But then I also think some sort of little digital strip on the back window that's pre-programmed in vehicles, but with only positive messages of, hey, your gas cap is left open, so you could pull up in front of it and have that, or
Left rear tire low. Yeah.
you have a bad tire right now. There's smoke coming from your engine. Thank you for letting me merge. Things like that, to where you could enter and. But I know that would be a big distraction. But somehow, a display of something in that one.
Day one of that product on the market, someone would hack it, and it would be like, "Where are you?" You know,
Yeah, that's true.
and it would sell, and that's like what everyone would use it for. But no, that's a good idea. There's if only there were a way to communicate with drivers in other vehicles, right? That's what it really comes down to.
With strangers.
Maybe we change it so that our phones are able to do proximity calling. Just be like, hey, 150 feet that way, call that guy, and not need the number, right?
Like airdropping almost.
Yes.
Or what about the single folks? Hey, what's your number? Are you free tonight? You can pull over.
Once again, I'm seeing that there are implications that would be terrible for stalkers. Stalking situations, but the technology itself is fascinating.
I'm big on the U-turn blinker signal, though. I think that would save a lot of fender benders. I really do.
I just don't like U-turns.
Like you don't do them?
I don't.
You just go all the way around the block or something instead of just a little.
Well, I say I don't like I don't like doing U-turns on big roads, but on small roads, I'm a big fan of like a handbrake U-turn, which takes much less space.
You like to drift. Okay.
U-turns just seem dangerous. Maybe it's because there's no blinker to tell you what the other car is going to do.
Bingo. You don't know they're doing it.
Gilly May says, I got a call today whining because he got a ticket from a fixed radar trailer. He was mad because he said his Tesla finds radar, so he wants to know exactly where it was. There's an app for that. Mm-hmm. Speed check ahead. I do this when I'm driving. I keep my app, my GPS, even if I know where I'm going. And you can instantly say, hey, police at this location, and just notify people. And it's not that I'm trying to get the police to not be able to get their tickets and make their quota and everything else. I'm not trying to take an officer's job. But one of the biggest distractions on the road is emergency vehicles pulling someone over. Everyone's like, hey, I wonder what's going over there. Crunch, and their eyes look and the car follows.
They all rubberneck and hit the brakes, and some don't. And that's funny. One of those fixed radar things that's not Officer Brian, but another friend of mine in our area said that those things are just a deterrent. They do not stand in court, and there's nothing. If an officer pulled you over and said, that radar machine trailer flashed you speeding at this, here's your ticket. He said that will not stand in court. Just my area. It could be different in others.
But if you get the letter and you pay the fine, they'll take the money.
100% they will. Yes, indeed.
Fight it. So, cool stuff. All right. So road rage on cars, that's going away for China only. Let's jump to the song one. Music.
Yeah. So
music things on the podcast.
I'll let you run with this one because I've kind of taken over this too much today, but I would just want to preface with this morning on my way. I was in the car driving and I heard really early in the morning, the radio is just background noise, right? You're still half asleep, kind of just making your way. And I overheard them discussing that this food tastes better with music and something. And I thought it was just some goofy thing they were talking about. No correlation. I didn't put two and two together. I wasn't listening. And then I needed to add a few more stories today to the show. As when I text you and let you know I was going to work on it. I went, wait a second. I heard this morning. What is this? And I clicked on it. Went, it's a real thing. I couldn't believe it.
Silky, more lush tunes in a major key make chocolate taste creamier and sweeter, while sharp notes crank up the bitter bite, and fast beats are best left for fast food. first of all, I want to try this, but I don't have any chocolate. We've got semi-sweet chocolate. I guess if I eat the semi-sweet chocolate with the silky, soft tunes,
It'll be fully sweet. Yeah.
You have to do a test on this one. I don't
So
know if Sarah would give up. She uses the chocolate chips for cooking, and I'm not allowed to just like snack on them.
So some people are they're saying what's going on? Like Ellie, what? So there's a song. Chocolate tastes even better if you listen to this new song.
We can't play it,
by
obviously, for
right.
legal reasons. The track dropped after a poll of 2,000 people found 37% swear by a sweet treat for me time and 56% turn up the tunes to unwind. So they've composed this song strict for the sole purpose of making your candy taste better. I guess the alternative would be use better ingredients and make better food. Be cheaper. Just send them some music. They'll stop complaining. They'll be too busy listening to that.
Right.
Multisensory integration, where senses start to mingle.
And it developed a University of Bristol. Bristol Brainiacs created the song. That's what makes chocolate taste better. I want to try this afterwards because we have chocolate in the house.
I'm wondering if this is connected to the whole idea that we get to a spicy part in court and we're like, we want to eat popcorn, and we want to, if that the senses we're experiencing here and what we're doing here just meet up because it's getting spicy. I need something, we like snacks when it's spicy. Maybe that's the same equivalent, fast food and the latest, top 40 song.
Well, we know taste and smell are one. I mean, what isn't it like 80% of taste is actually smell? I mean, they're combined. So why wouldn't auditory senses be and visual? I mean, that's where there's advertising marketing, right? You see a billboard with an awesome juicy cheeseburger when you're kind of hungry, and all of a sudden you want that cheeseburger. Mm-hmm. So, but to actually make something physically taste better by hearing something.
If this is really a thing, if they can do this and they can perfect this art, I mean, right now they're just scratching the surface, right? Think like 10 years down the road of, $70 billion of government funding in this research. Imagine putting on your Oculus, whatever, or Meta 3 headset and watching the video and eating soy or something and being like, this is the best steak I've ever had because of the music and the lights and the sound. It's like, I feel like I'm eating steak and it's wonderful, but really I'm just eating a bland plant.
Spam.
Mm-hmm. Spam. Suddenly spam stock rises again.
They find a way.
This was back when Monty Python came out with the new movie. All right. That is fascinating.
I'm going to try it.
Are you going to listen to the song? Should we do it? We can't listen to the song on the podcast. The only problem.
We can individually without playing it for the folks, but we can give them the link so they can listen to it on their end and try it with us. Do we do that next week?
I think we should. Maybe we need like some guinea pigs who are willing to go out and get, what would they need to participate? Like a semi-sweet chocolate, just like a candy, like a sort of a bland candy bar, like a Hershey's maybe, which is a not, sorry, Hershey's. I didn't mean to throw you under the bus, but
your bland candy bar.
We're going to see if we can make your candy taste better if you listen to a song. So.
I think we try it. We can put the link to the song in the description of the YouTube thumbnail so people can have it ahead of time. And then we'll all try it.
Okay. So Galaxy Chocolate put the science to work with the Scientists Commission in a 90-second track called Sweetest Melody and 78 beats per minute track designed to melt in your ears during the same amount of time that the chocolate melts on your tongue. So I guess you need a Galaxy bar to make that work. But how do you, I guess you take a bite without the song and then you brush your teeth and rinse your mouth or whatever. And then you take a bite with the song and you're like, oh, it's so much better.
Yeah, you do a little saltine cracker in between bites.
Yeah, a little palate cleanser, literally.
A palate cleanser during the palate cleanser. Perfect.
I'm down with this, and not just because it means I get to eat chocolate on the show. So
I'm curious. I'm not really a chocolate fan at all, but
maybe
I
you
really
would be if you had the right song.
If I had the right playlist going, I will eat a whole lot more chocolate. So this actually is a terrible idea.
Doctors everywhere like, no, we spent years weaning people off of this. Oh,
there goes my
goodness.
pickleball game.
Speaking of somebody spending years doing something.
No. This guy.
Why, it's gone. Hang on. I lost it. I closed it down.
Oh, no.
Idaho, back in the books. Well, at least one Idahoan, which is the technical term for somebody who lives in Idaho. You can guess who we're talking about because we've talked about this man, I think, more than any other person on the show.
A record amount of times we have talked about him.
This is David Record Breaker Rush. That's all you did there. David Record Breaker Rush, as he calls himself, has done it once again. And this, I think, it's pretty much something that all of us could really compete on.
We could try real hard.
And there's a video you can watch for training purposes. It's not hard. Here's what you need. You need to go to Home Depot. You need to get 2 buckets. You need to go to their cleaning aisle and need to buy all their sponges. And you need the hose and some water and a friend, preferably with good aim, because David Rush in 1 minute set the world record for how many wet sponges to the face. I guess you catch, you took, you experienced.
Mind blowing. I mean, it's a wet dish sponge, and he's got 2 people throwing them to his face, and he's headbutting them to get hit.
Now, you might think, oh, it's just simply you just stand there and you're just one after another. No, the aim is not necessarily true. It's not like there's like a robot launching to the same spot every time you just hold your head there and win. Sometimes you have to like dip and dive and be like, ooh, that was close. And a couple missed because, the friends, underthrew, overthrew, or off to the side. So you have to literally get hit in the face and then open your eyes and peek and be like, where's the next one coming from? There it is. Oh, there it is. So there's some skill involved.
True talent.
Yeah, so he's practiced for years. Well, he did set the record before, right? He had like 92. Somebody broke the record. Somebody broke the record, and then he reclaimed it back, right?
Correct. Yep. He cannot stand when someone takes over a record. So he had to go beat it again. And especially, I mean, this is such an impactful record to have. 96 wet sponges hits to the face.
It is one participant, but they had other people helping, like reloading the buckets, grabbing the dropped sponges, dropping them in a new bucket of water, and setting them up. But thrown by one participant and sort of caught, so to speak, by the other.
In the face. See, like I love my wife. She's talented in many ways, but I don't think I could beat the record if she's the one throwing the sponges. But if I get like A-Rod, behind the sponge bucket, I think I've got a pretty good chance at trying to get there. You know what I mean?
He could get. You wouldn't have to open your eyes at all, but you might. He might be like black and blue by the time you're done. You just fastballs.
You just waterboard me. So that would happen. I mean, I don't know.
That is David Rush's 47th jointly held record with Hannon.
There's no way the guy has a job.
It is 181st record title. Is this
the real challenge? I need my eyes open to track the sponge and make that micro adjustment, but shut a split second before the scratchy side smacks me in the eyeball. Rush wrote.
The SOS side of the pad.
Yeah. Then as soon as the water washes off, I've got to open them immediately to locate the next sponge. It's a nonstop cycle of precision timing. AI wrote that. Come on.
It's not that hard. I'm sorry. The videos. He set up on. It looks like something the kids could do while they're waiting for someone to come to the lemonade stand. That's the level of technicality that's involved. Yes.
And David, we know you watch the show. We love you. We still would love to
congratulations.
interview you one day.
Yeah.
Congratulations. We're not mocking you.
We are, but come on the show anyway. So, we're impressed with your sheer stick-to-itness. and maybe one day he'll just admit that he really thinks all Guinness Book of World Records are just silly and he's doing this to make them look bad. Maybe
he's mocking Guinness.
Yes. It's like, see how easy it is? It's not anything special because anyone, I can do it. 181. Cha-ching. No? Is it like a Nobel Peace Prize where you get like a cash award if you win? Like you get like $1 million or $5 million if you get the Nobel Peace Prize?
You and I watched the video. We saw his celebration at the end. He was so happy. You can't fake that of your mocking it.
Like me finding out I was going to be a grandpa. It was he was pretty happy.
Yeah, exactly. It was not faked.
Speaking of somebody who's happy, sometimes when you're expecting mail and you're waiting for it to arrive, you're like, "Where's my package? Where's the letter? Where's the?"
Happened today.
Yeah,
we got a package. It was the perfect shape of my new pickleball paddle, and a day early. So I put down my book, went out there, grabbed it, and Mrs. Weather Watch's name's on it, not my new paddle.
Bummer. Mm-hmm. So you have to wait another day. Well, at least you didn't have to wait 72 years.
Or more, yeah.
A postcard arrived in Ottawa, Illinois post office 72 years after being mailed from New York. This is why I don't like the Postal Service.
Crazy.
Officials were able to track down and contact the now 88-year-old sender. Postcard, which Alan Ball sent to his parents, missed it. Okay.
Hope it wasn't important.
He sent it in 1953, arrived 72 years later. And it's, I don't think he even remembered sending it. Let's see. They use local genealogists to track him down. He lives in Idaho now, not in New York. He says he recognized
his writing.
Doesn't remember reading the card. Like, it was important at the time. I'm like, Mom, Dad, you got to see this. Send a picture of like a New York landscape or something. And he's like, I remember being there once in New York.
But
you ready for the kicker on the tail end?
Always.
72 years is not the record.
Oh.
Swansea, Wales. Last year, postcard arrived 121 years after the date of the postmark. Royal Mail is to blame on this one. They speculated this postcard had somehow re-entered the system as opposed to being lost in transit over a century. So they think this one is not actually lost in the mailroom for 121 years under a filing cabinet. They think somebody rigged the system to get it back in.
So that gives me hope for the package I ordered 3.5 years ago. I got lost. Maybe it will come someday.
While we're talking about mail and packages being lost, we had an Airbnb guest who moved out, and they send mail to us occasionally to this address, and they ordered something. I'm like 99% sure it's like a Stanley mug. Okay, like one of those. Okay. It's the right shape. I might have shaken it. It sounds like it's the right item inside. It has been sitting on our porch for a month and a half. And we're like, hey, you got a package. And she ghosts us. She's like, she's gone. She's moved on. At what point is it okay for me to open and claim? If, say, I'm asking for a friend, because this might be a felony.
Wait. So how long ago did they vacate the Airbnb?
Like a month and a half ago.
And they haven't replied to any of your messages since then about the package? Oh, it's yours. Well, it was until you announced it on the internet that what you're going to do.
Now I can't do a grand reveal and opening on the show. Like, no. I'm pretty sure that's a felony. I wonder, it would only be a felony if we're like U.S. mail, right? I don't know if it's like UPS or FedEx. Because that's not federal, right?
Like if it's Amazon, that's not mail. That's a delivery.
What, chat, help me out here.
Well, speaking of chat helping you out,
Ivan,
it's a very helpful chat.
grandkid first wager fund. All right, you're gonna have to step me through how I build one of those. I know we're gonna bet on the Brewers. I can tell you that. All right, Ivan, thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate you. RA always confesses online. I can't find my mouse. Just below Ivan's was this one. I do confess online.
But you found your mouse. I'll leave it to you. There you go. You do, actually. You do.
Wait till he starts drinking out of his family on there. When it's been, I like drink out of it is like nurses are the best, number one nurse or whatever, and on the mug, you'll know that I package because there's no way I would have bought something. It was a nurse that ordered it, but do I call the company? I could look on the sender package, like the sender, and be like, hey, if you send, like, here's what I want to do. I'm not going to be like, I'll send this back to you, right? I would like to open it. That's the goal. Okay. I don't want to steal it, but I want to have like zero guilt when I open it. So if I contact the company that sent it, and they are a company that makes mugs and, puts images and stuff, it's like a Printify type thing. If I contact them and say, if you send me the money, this was abandoned postage, had a renter. If you send me the money, I'll send it back to you. And I would, but I know they're not going to send me the money, and they're going to be like, nah, just keep it. I'm like, that's all I need to hear. Right. This call's been recorded. Thanks. Bye. And then I'll be clear.
100%. I agree with OG Nobody, especially if it's like what you said, a Printify or Shopify or something that they're just made to order. So they've already made a replacement if that customer ordered it, and they don't want that one back because they do make to order. They don't have inventory. They don't have a restocking shelf to put it on to send it for the next one who might custom order that same one. They're going to wait. So yeah, I'd put in the call.
There were the Airbnb renter won't reply to us because she did damage some stuff when she left. There was some stuff that needed to be replaced, and that's cool. That happens. And so we're like, hey, it's fine. It just comes out of your security deposit. It's all good. And
right.
But I think she just doesn't want to talk to us because that happened.
Oh, okay.
So we're like,
you're baiting me in with this package so you can say, by the way, now that I got you.
But can I just add this one other little thought? This package has sat on my front porch facing the street in full view for a month and a half, and nobody has stolen it.
Why haven't you taken it inside?
Because what if she shows up? She's like, oh, today's the day I came to get the package, and I took it in, and now I look like the guy's like, yeah, we were trying to keep it. I don't know. I don't have a safe place to put it.
If someone said, hey, you've got a package for like a month, and then I come to get it and then say, hey, where is it? And you're like, well, someone stole it. We left it on our patio for a month. I'd be like, you didn't take it inside.
I take pictures of the package. So I have got metadata. Here it is. Here it is on the 1st of August, and here it is on the 8th of August, and here it is on the 16th. So I've got the evidence that it's there.
But it's like bait that you're leaving out there. She's like, they're trying to trick me. This thing, there's no way this thing's still just sitting on their patio. This is a joke.
Well, it's because we're in a humid area. It's actually getting to the point where the cardboard is getting a little soft. It's not going to last much longer. I won't have to open it. It's just going to sort of open itself if I wait long enough. Open it on camera. It could be anything, but I think it's a Stanley mug, or probably
ship it to me. I'll open it.
I'll make one more good faith effort to contact the renter and say, look, you got one more chance. Otherwise, you're welcome to watch the live stream and see what you ordered. So, oh my goodness.
What do you got tomorrow?
Tomorrow we have possibly Charlie Adelson on the stand.
Bam. Life
without parole, convicted, I would say criminal mastermind, but we know that's not the case. Calls today where he just did not make the right decision from a criminal survival standpoint. So
you've got a convicted criminal with nothing to lose.
Yeah, we've got jail calls, which should be between Charlie and Donna. I think that comes first thing in the morning. I think we might get to hear about Donna's, Vietnam one-way trip and how that went down, or in this case, didn't. and why they stopped her at the last minute. So a lot of fun things coming up tomorrow. Do you have plans for tomorrow weekend? Anything?
No big plans at the moment. I know we just have a cold front blowing in, so we're going from like 96 today to 80 degrees tomorrow, which I'm ecstatic for.
That's wild. I saw Ryan Hawley all talking about how cold it was everywhere.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's blowing in, but no, finished my book, so I get to tune in live and watch some court tomorrow. Which reminds me, do you know what the most popular thing lawyers wear to suit, wear to court is? Dang it!
Oh man, a suit.
Ruined it.
A suit. I know. Yeah,
Lawsuits.
I heard the setup. A lawsuit. Yeah, that was bad. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, quick, kill it.
Yeah, there's actually a popular cemetery around here that you might check out this weekend. So
really,
yeah, people are dying to get in. So give that a look. All right, you guys, it's been a lot of fun. Thank you, or we're sorry, depending on your experience tonight. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate your help. This is always the highlight of my week. Have a great one. Have a great weekend. See you in chat possibly if you got some time tomorrow. And good luck on the pickleball court.
Appreciate it. Can't wait. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
We'll see you.